Hello, and welcome to Mount Rushmore of everything, or whatever we end up calling this.
Hello.
Mount Rushmore of.
And welcome.
Something like that. Hello, and welcome.
What is
Welcome to the show. I don't know. I do weird voices,
You don't
man.
need to do that.
Yeah, but it's there.
Okay, well,
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. For
You
what it's
have to
worth.
see that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's okay. So, today we are talking about, and by today, I mean whatever day it is for you.
Or
because
tonight.
Really, there is no today. Yeah, it is absolutely tonight.
This
'cause
afternoon.
It's 11:42 at night, and Carlo wants to go to bed.
I do.
So, here we are about to talk about world landmarks. And so far, we've always agreed on at least 3 of the 4,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, in all of our different discussions. This is the first one. I just said to him beforehand that I would not be surprised if we disagreed on all 4, and yet I would still probably respect all 4 you chose because there are so many good, valid options.
I would be
Usually-
surprised. I would be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
We'll
seem
see.
surprised now that I said that.
Yeah, I'm surprised already.
Okay,
so,
very well.
let's get into it and figure out right away who's right on that. So I'll open this
Yeah,
time.
go ahead. Take it away.
And so, man, there's just so many to think through.
Not
but-
really.
There are though for the whole. We'll get deeper, but
Okay.
the first one I had to start with is what's super emblematic, right? What's something that just
Of the world?
represents something
Like
within
if
the
aliens
world.
came and
Yeah, if
saw
aliens
everything,
came,
they would remember. Oh, we
if
went to
aliens
this planet, and I
or-
remember this.
or if you were on a planet that was ruled by monkeys. What is it you would see to know you were on Earth? You following me?
Okay.
Statue of Liberty. It's the first one I open with. Because it is so symbolic of really the entire West, in a sense, and certainly of the United States, which is where we're from, and, well, where we live.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's hard to think of something more iconic than that, even though there's so many on this list that we had to think through that have an iconicness to them. This represents America just in one super large, really cool statue.
That's funny because
that's my first one.
I actually had the Statue of Liberty as one of my 4.
Oh, okay.
So
Whenever you react, I always think like, oh, isn't that crazy? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy.
I had her.
Interesting. But she was not your first one that you...
Well,
again, we don't rank it.
it's-
But some are more obvious to us than
Right.
others.
Um,
We usually do the ones that we think are more obvious.
I
at
think
the
that
top.
this one specifically, I just had to decide because you said there are several options for this one.
For sure.
I just didn't think there wasn't an obvious one.
Yeah.
But
It's like an
I
obvious
think
20.
right.
Yeah.
But I think this 4 that I picked were because this one I did pick the 4. There were the 4 obvious ones. So here I come with mine.
All right.
So Statue of Liberty. Second one, the Eiffel Tower.
Me too.
Right,
Wow.
told you,
got
man.
this.
Told
All
you.
right, man. I'm wrong so far.
The Eiffel Tower.
For the record, I didn't say we were to disagree on all 4. I just said I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
But 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eiffel
interesting.
Tower, because every cartoon, when you have like
Yep.
the little guy running, whichever the character is, running through
Yep.
the world, it's always through, like if it comes to Europe, it's always the Eiffel Tower that you see.
Yeah, no matter where in Europe.
Yeah.
Even and because there's tons of, not to jump ahead or anything, but there's tons of options in Europe. But
For sure.
that is always the number
And it-
one.
I think, if you're
is
gonna go to
gravitated
Europe, you want to see the Eiffel Tower. You want
Yeah.
to get on the Eiffel Tower. You want to
For sure.
take a picture on the Eiffel Tower. You want to do the little hand thing
With the Eiffel Tower, yeah,
Eiffel
yeah.
Tower, because it's such an icon of architecture, but also just a big landmark, I guess. All right, you're up.
All right. Well, there's a couple directions I want to go with this one. So
I know my two. I have my two.
I know my two.
very,
I just
very-
don't know which one I want to go with right now.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think I personally like one of them's kind of cheating though, because it's kind of putting two together, but we'll see. So we'll go with the Taj Mahal. So back to your cartoon point, I also feel like if there's one thing that shows like going through any place in Asia, to me, the Taj Mahal is one of those things that's just the image you can't get out of your mind, and is so just everywhere. Like the Eiffel Tower feels like it's everywhere, and to me the Taj Mahal is up there too. And there's lots of other great choices in here. But when it comes to like an image that I just is so ingrained, and then even in my research phase, because I did the research of like, okay, well let's see what the world thinks about this. It consistently popped up in that top 4, top 5. There was a lot where it was number 3, seemed to be where it sat the most. And it just came to, we've talked about this before, sometimes you have to just take other ones and say, can I put this other one above that? So can I take something and put it above the Statue of Liberty? And if the answer is no, then it belongs on the list.
Yeah.
And for me, it was hard for me to really argue that something really deserved to be above this. But yeah, Taj Mahal.
I have to disagree.
We're off.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna happen. Where are you going with 3?
Gonna have to go with, and again, there's a lot of like the Grand Canyon, for example.
I think in my list is literally 20.
And I don't know if you're gonna say the Grand Canyon, but I don't think
personally, I think a nature, because that's specifically a nature thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
So we're
counts.
talking about man-made, because there were no specifications for this.
Specify that, but in my mind, that would fit into a Mount Rushmore of
nature,
natural
beauties,
natural. I don't know what it'd be
Okay,
called.
okay.
But
well, we'll get to that one.
it's
Let's
still
put it on the
valid
list.
though. It's still valid.
Yeah. So anyway, going back to my third one, right? Yeah, third one. I would have to go with the Wall of China, the Great Wall of China.
Interesting. That is actually one I had on my 4 and ended up taking off my 4.
How could you? How dare you?
Because my reasoning on it was the iconic section. So again,
it's very iconic. Every time they say you can see it from space. I don't know if that's true or not. There's the whole debate on that.
Sure.
They don't say that about the Taj Mahal.
Not about the space thing, but as far as like an image. And for me, even ones that I'm leaving off this list, so getting in spoiler territory, but like the Sydney Opera House. That's like a iconic whatever. And even that has more, it's definitely not on my top 4. I don't even know if it makes my top 10, but yet it still to me is like if you showed me just the shadow of the Great Wall, I wouldn't know what that was. I'd be like, what is it?
Well, you don't.
But like,
okay.
and again, it's not all about iconic. It has to be how important is it? How known is it? Right,
Mm-hmm.
like how
popular,
famous it is. So there's a lot of parts that work here. But I ended up kicking it off because of
you kicked off the wall.
I kicked the wall off, and that was the hardest. That was the only one that I had on and then kicked off. And to be fair, I don't feel great about it. So
well, it is the Great Wall.
It is the Great Wall of China. It is one of the most incredible feats of mankind, and it absolutely deserves to be on this, even if it's not on mine. Even though technically I disagree,
here's something interesting about the Taj Mahal. As you were talking about it, even though I considered it, I can't remember, and I'm sorry, everybody, but I can't remember where it is.
India?
Is it India?
I think. Yeah.
Where is the wall?
In China. It's the Great Wall of China. It's the Great Wall of China.
I don't know. That they're alone, you know.
Yeah, but
where is the Statue of Liberty?
I see what you're saying. I see. Well, we live in the United States.
Okay, where is the Eiffel Tower?
It's France.
Where is the Taj Mahal?
I'm pretty sure it's
India.
See, now I'm second guessing. I feel like I'm wrong now. Like, it's gonna be Bangladesh or something. Like some other thing where like, oh man, I feel profoundly ignorant now.
Well, we have our agents investigating it. What is it?
What is it?
Taj Mahal.
You can talk.
In India.
Live studio audience
All right,
says
India.
India. Okay,
Very well.
see, it is the obvious
And again,
thing.
I'm sorry for my ignorance. I'm totally owning it. At some point, I knew it.
And I'm sorry that his ignorance rubbed off on me to doubt myself about the obviousness of how it's obviously from India. So really, if he wasn't sitting there, obviously I would second guess that.
I'm just saying, if I forgot,
Meets bus.
and if I forgot, maybe it's because it's not as iconic.
See, I think that's not necessarily because the building itself still is, right? The building came to mind, even if you're like, you know what, I don't really know where that is.
Yeah,
but I see your point.
Blue building there by the lake.
that is a way to put that, I guess. Is it? I mean, I wouldn't consider it blue. Anyway,
you don't even remember what color it is.
I mean, it's not pure blue. It's like
it's not blue at all. I was joking, man.
Yeah, it's like white with. I don't even remember the colors. You're right. I'm
just saying, Wall of China.
It's brown.
All right, go ahead.
But again, I like that answer. I think I like your Great Wall much better than you like my Taj Mahal.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Which is probably fair.
It's
probably fair. I don't feel great about it.
All right, number 4.
Yeah, white. It's the greenish.
Yeah, the sky is blue behind it.
Well, yes. Well, you're just making me question everything now because it's midnight and I'm going crazy here.
Not quite there. We're gonna get there if you don't move on.
Yeah. So my 4th one. Now this one, my favorite to do is the 4th one because I get to talk a little. I get to talk a little bit about all the different ones I'm considering. And I thought, man, there are a lot. I mean, just Italy gives you a bunch, right? You have the Colosseum.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty important. You have
the tower,
the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then even you have Big Ben in Great Britain. That's a valid one.
Venice. In Italy also.
Yeah, but
way.
It's a little. That's
on the edge, but it is iconic.
But it's not really a singular thing.
Right.
It's a city, so that I didn't even contemplate that one, to be honest.
Me either.
Great Wall obviously was on my list. Again, I already told you that it ended up off of my list.
You were right about the Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben's an interesting one, I thought, and there's really a bunch of other ones. I thought about Golden Gate Bridge, the Sydney Opera House,
the Christ in Brazil.
The Christ in Brazil was on the ones I considered as well, for sure. And then what I ended up with. Partially because it feels like it's cheating, but they appear in the same picture most of the time, so I don't think it is. And that's the Great Pyramids and the Sphinx. Because to me, it's like a twofer.
Yes!
Because you have two super iconic things together at the same time.
Right.
And it just embodies, like, ancient.
Yeah.
Like, if you think ancient, even the Great Wall is technically ancient, but if you think, like, ancient and still standing...
Yeah. There's nothing like it.
There's nothing quite like it. And as cool as the Colosseum is, and as cool as the Leaning Towers, and as cool as so many of these other things are, Sydney Opera House even, which is by far the most modern day of the ones we mentioned.
Yeah. When was it? The late 50s that they made it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And so closest competition would probably be Golden Gate Bridge and even the Statue of Liberty. It's really old at this point. But yeah, because I just couldn't get past that image of the pyramid and the Sphinx. And then you got the other pyramids a little farther back in that picture. I just couldn't get beyond that. So from the iconic standpoint, that could be as high as 2. And then the importance, like I said, it's the ancient one, the history.
Yeah, the history. I mean, it's even in the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the George Washington of our Mount Rushmore in a sense. It's the old one. It's the one that started landmarks
for sure.
Like before there were landmarks, there were there
was
the Great Pyramids.
Yeah, I would say like the Statue of Liberty would be kind of like the Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the modern day, the most modern day.
Kind of, yeah. You know, the mustache and all that. I mean, I don't know.
The mustache?
Well,
Lady Liberty has a mustache now.
She must.
That's a crown. It's up here.
At this point, after all these years standing there, she's holding the things. Yeah. When does she shave?
That's true. Well, I mean,
anyway,
don't usually shave there. But,
I don't know.
I mean, some do, but they usually regret it because. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
does that mean that was your 4?
That was my 4th one. Yes.
Interesting.
The
So we
pyramids.
actually deviated on the 3rd one.
On the
which
3rd
is
one.
interesting because I love your 4. I got to be honest. Like if I had to vote, if I was them voting,
Mm-hmm.
if this was a competition, I might even vote for yours over mine. And it's not that I don't like the Taj Mahal. It has more question marks than the Great Wall. It feels more iconic to me, and it feels like a thing that's shown more than the Great Wall, even though I don't know that that's true. They both consistently were. If you look it up on all the different internet sites, Statue of Liberty is pretty consistently number 1. But 2 and 3 seem to always be. Great Wall was on there a lot, but Great Wall did fall to as far as like 7 sometimes. Taj Mahal was like a consistent 3 for whatever reason.
Really? Interesting.
It seemed to be. I think it fell to 5, but it seemed like a little less of a range.
Okay.
Eiffel Tower, there was very much agreement with us with like Statue of Liberty, Eiffel Tower seems to be consistent top 2.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I like yours. But you are really the one that gets to determine. So leave us a like, subscribe so you can figure out what other terrible and good opinions we have, so you can continue to argue with us in the comment section. And by argue with us, I just mean state your opinion. So let us know.
Healthy argument.
Healthy
argument.
Yeah,
It's late.
Argument.
I got to argument.
Let's get some argument going. So let us know in the comments who you agree with more. Also, let us know what your 4 are. Maybe they're totally different. Maybe you've put Sydney Opera House at number 1. Maybe you think Statue of Liberty, get that crap out of there. Whatever you think, let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will be back with more content talking about all kinds of crazy stuff, from Star Wars characters to movie franchises to artists to classical composers to landmarks
Body
to
parts.
states in the United States to fingers, which somehow is a thing we did, to all sorts of different things. And if you have an idea of something that you would like us to do a Mount Rushmore of 4, let us know that in the comments too, and we will hopefully, if we think it's a good one, make it someday.
He's such a YouTuber, man.
What's that mean?
All right, see you later.
How am I such a YouTuber? What does that even mean?
You know all the things to say.
Magic.